Hello and welcome back guys to part 5 on how to build your own quadcopter series. Now in this video we are going to talk about center of gravity. So now, what is center of gravity? Well, the center of gravity is the place where it's the middle section of the quad. So everything has a center of gravity. You or any object over there has a center of gravity. Now every quad is designed so that it has to have a particular center of gravity. It cannot just have it anywhere. So to get optimal performance from the quad, the manufacturers give the optimal center of gravity, which would be close to the actual center of gravity. Now let's actually go through what is the actual center of gravity. Well, the actual center of gravity depends upon the weight management of the quad. So now guys, currently the back of the quad is more heavier than the front of the quad, as you can see, because the back has a bit more place than the front. So the back of the quad is heavier than the actual center of gravity. So this shifts the center of gravity upward, that in turn the quad will fly like this, not straight. So now for every quad to fly properly, you need to get the center of gravity perfect. So now guys, the thing is, to find the actual center of gravity, there are a few ways. When I say actual center of gravity, it means the optimal center of gravity. So now you can just go to Google, type the quad name or your quad number, like I would type DJI 450 quad center of gravity, and it would give me a diagram where the center of gravity is. And you can also go for the manufacturer's website and see if they have got their center of gravity. If you are buying this from a hobby store, the hobbyist will also tell you where the center of gravity is. So now there's the other easier way to do it. If you're building your own quad, this is not going to be 100% accurate, but it is going to be true, somewhat. So now guys, just cross over, get a thread and just cross over these two, and X marks the spot, obviously. And that spot is going to be your center of gravity, the required or the optimal center of gravity. Now that's okay, I get that, I get where the optimal center of gravity is, but how do I know that the actual center of gravity and the optimal center of gravity are the same? Well, there are a few ways to get the actual center of gravity. One is do a lot of calculations. Two is use the method that I'm going to tell you right now. Now, to set the center of gravity of the quad, we are going to use a battery. Why are we using the battery to set the actual center of gravity of the quad? Is because the battery is going to be the heaviest part of your build. It's going to take up 30 to 50% of your weight. So this would be easy to use to set the center of gravity of the quad, as you can move the battery front or back to get the center of gravity right. Now let's just get on the key features that you have to keep in mind. When you're setting the center of gravity, it should mean that the front and the back of the quad should be equally weighed. None of them should be more heavier than the other. The front of the quad should not be more heavy than the back, or the back to the front. Same towards the left and right. The left side should not be heavier than the right, and the right side should not be heavier than the left. So now temporarily go get your control board and your RC receiver and just put them on the quad. You don't need to mount them permanently, just use a bit of small transparent tape or anything to just get them sitting over there for just a few seconds. So now guys, get your big battery pack that you guys have ordered. Mine is a 5200 mAh battery from Wolfpack, and it's got a pretty good weight to it. So I'm going to slide it in the middle of the quad. I hope you guys can see this. So okay, you're slid in the middle of the quad, but how do I know that the center of gravity is correct? Well, as I said, you can do the calculations, or you can get something cylindrical. So like I've got a bottle over here that's cylindrical, which I'm going to be using, or you can get something like a mouth freshener or a deodorant bottle which is completely circular. Any of this will work as long as it's a circle. Oops. So now just go ahead and put it under the quad. So now what are we looking for? First we put it vertically where the required center of gravity is. So now for my quad, I know that the required center of gravity is at this dot over here. That's going to be the intersection of this. So I hope you guys cannot see this, but it's right over here. So I'm going to place that exactly over my bottle or my cylindrical object, and then get the quad, move the battery pack frontwards or backwards to kind of get it to where it kind of sits together. Hold the bottle as it should not move, or your cylindrical object. Now if you can see, the quad is moving towards the front, so this means that the center of gravity is towards the front, and I should push the battery a bit back. Hold it again, check it, it's still on the forward way. I push it a bit more back, and that's actually good. It's kind of good, at least. And there you go. See, now the quad is stable enough for a quite long period of time without actually rolling. So if you can see here, the quad is stable. A bit is on the front, but now I guess it's perfect. And the quad is standing stably on the rolling object. Now you guys want to get a marker or something and just mark it up, but I don't need that right now because I have already marked it before. Next, put your bottle or your cylindrical object horizontally and then again check it. Now if you can see, the frame is tilting towards this side, so all I need to do is push the battery to the opposite side. So it's very simple. Push the battery to the opposite side the way it is tilting. So I'm just going to do it, and now let's check it out. So it's basically a trial and error method. There is the way that you can do a lot of calculations and get it and end up with a little bit of the same result. Now guys, as you can see, the quad is again pretty stable and is not moving any which way. I'll again check it in the front and it's perfect. So then I would go ahead, mark these points and mark it up. So now after this, that's how you find the center of gravity, and that's basically it. Now your actual center of gravity is matching up with the center of gravity of the quad. So that's how you guys do it. Now there are algorithms that you can write and other things where you can get in and get the center of gravity of the quad, but this is the easiest way that I've found to do it, and it actually works. So thank you guys, and see you next time on the next video, which is going to be on how to get the CG3D board. Thank you guys.